Hope y'all having a wonderful. Here go another good video that I'm getting ready to do. I thought about it yesterday, and I was gonna do it yesterday, but I said it's a perfect time. I'm really not doing anything right now. Well, I got it on my mind, fresh, and name of the video gonna be stop. Stop wanting validation from people to say you got, and this talking just in general, to say you got or you good at what you do. A lot of times I see a lot of people, certain people don't put a something or something on you or say or mention your name or whatever. You don't think you have the type of ability or the capability to be successful in this dog game. But stop wanting that validation from folk, man. And I don't see a lot of people get down on themselves because they ain't hearing it from certain people. And sometimes certain people ain't gonna want to give it to you, even though they know you got a gift. They know you got some good blood, or they know you got good dogs, or wherever you got them from, they know you got it. But they ain't gonna tell you, because then they feel like that's a threat. So stop wanting the validation. I've been don't learn that because throughout school I ain't have a whole lot of friends like guys I hung around with. If it wasn't like kind of family, I was dolo. You know what I'm saying? I was dolo. I didn't never mind that. You know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of times if some people they don't get mentioned in certain things, or saying if you don't talk too much about their dogs, or man, you don't need all that, because every day you wake up, you gonna tell yourself, look, I know what I got good. Because if you continue to be a good evaluator or examiner of your blood, you gonna you gonna have success. And if you see it lacking, because it's gonna show, it's definitely gonna come to light regardless. Them dogs, they gonna show what they have. They gonna show. So now you get to the place, if you don't know, somebody in your corner gonna reach out to you and gonna be kind of like somebody gonna take you, they gonna have the genuine love to take you under your wing and say, look, man, I think you need to go this way with this, and this is my personal opinion. You don't have to listen, because they gonna always say this. You don't have to listen to me now. You could just, this is advice. I think, by looking at your blood and really going through the pedigree, and this dog doing this, and he might say, well, I don't hear it. Sometimes them dogs have they do a certain thing, or they do certain this or something like that, but you got to breed it to this to kind of breed this out. So, but yeah, man, and so this video is stop wanting validation for people to, put you on this pedestal. You put your own self on the pedestal. That's why you work so hard to, do your research, to listen to other people, especially other people that putting out valid information. Listen to them, see what they thinking, and seeing whatever you thinking maybe can meet up. And sometimes it be a whole different direction, but sometimes you can still pull stuff from other people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I don't get that a lot. I don't seen a lot of stuff, guys, and I try to shout out guys, because that's who I am. Very respectful. If you help me out, I'm admitted. I'm like, yeah, man, he said some things that really helped me out, and it wasn't even directly to me, but it still helped me out. But stop wanting that validation, man, because I think you worrying about, that's like people, kind of wanting to live up with the Joneses. If you ain't got it like that, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you still don't have to do it. But now we live in a world and society now where people, they judge you based on what you have, or what you ain't got. They say, well, he piss poor, or he might be broke or something, just because he ain't got what I got, or I'm riding around in this new whatever. But that ain't it. Like I say, my wife, she got this 27 Nissan. I got this old 2005. I don't give a hoot about what I got, as long as this joker getting me to A to B to C. If it's getting me all through the alphabet, so I'm cool with that. Now, when it's my time to get another vehicle, I get it. I ain't in no rush, man. See, I'm thinking sometimes we be so much in a rush to get validated by somebody. We get in a rush to get validated by somebody, man. And that ain't how the way it's supposed to be. Gradually come up, man. Gradually come up. It's cool to take your steps. It's cool to, and then sometimes you might pause a little bit, and then now or whatever. Or you have to crawl sometime, man. It's okay, But stop wanting that validation from somebody, or stop wanting them to justify you to feel a certain way. You should wake up every day wanting to feel a certain way, especially about your dogs or your kennels. And we all gonna fall, but when you fall, you get back up stronger and you learn. And that's why my homeboy always told me, he said, jot things down so you can learn from them. Even when the females come in heat, you jot them down so you'll know if you need to do something instantly. You say, okay, she about to come back in. I'm going to get ready for this. Because every female is different. You got a female that stay in heat 3 days, they out. You know, but a lot of times I try to remember my mind, but I need to go back to that. I need to go back to I've been slipping and falling, and I can't get up. I'm like DMX, slipping and falling. I got to get up. Yeah. But yeah, man, stop wanting that validation from folk, man. And I see it now. And then, you know, whenever you growing up, you want to hang around certain cliques, or you want to be certain cool and with them and all, and that don't even mean you well. You get jammed up or something, get locked up or something like that. Then, you know, there ain't nobody there for you, but now you calling home. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, just stop wanting that validation for people, man. You get up, you got a mind of your own, you got a heart of your own, you got a spirit of your own, you got a soul of your own. Tell yourself every day, I know I'm gonna do good. Even when you don't see it yet, that you're gonna start doing good. You don't see it, but you still gotta tell yourself. You don't need nobody validation to tell you something. You know, you don't need it. I'm telling you right now. It's a lot of people that don't got, you know, setbacks, or they don't let their dreams go, or just because they wasn't getting a certain validation from this person telling them that, okay, man, yeah, man, you got some awesome things, and if they do tell you it's fake, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna, me personally, I don't deal with fake good. Now you keep that over there, keep that energy, like we'll speak, what's up, we all right, but I ain't gonna deal with fake. That's why I just got a handful of guys I hang around. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. You know, and then I don't met, you know, my mentor, I call him my mentor. We've been knowing each other, you know, right now, probably about several months now. I say, let's see, he called me probably about last December. So this year be coming up on a year, and it seemed like, you know, we don't talk every day, but we talk sporadically. But it's always good when we talk. It's good validation, information. It's good respect level. It's good, genuine. It's balance, man. A balance. That's what I like. I like a balance. But like I said, I want to do this video. Stop wanting validation from folk, man. You don't have to have validation. Even if you know, I see now like a lot of people, they charge for information, or they say you subscribe to this, you know, we gonna get you, man. Fuck all that, man. If you ain't being genuine with it, man, you always want to charge. It's about the money. And I understand what the person done by far, the research, and did this to get it. But if you're still not doing it, see the money. That's why I say the money thing gonna come. That's why I ain't even really worrying about it. Because if you keep up throwing good, solid dogs, the money gonna definitely come. So now, in the beginning, I was asking $1,000 for my blood, but because I was rightfully right. That's what, you know. You can't tell another man what he asking, but I never said I'll go past 1,000. I would say I'll go down, like, you know, 800, 750 or whatever. But I said I'm gonna just go back to the old school. I'm gonna go back to the old school. That's just like a business. You get belts or somebody, just say Walmart. After a while, that stuff been sitting there for X amount, because, you know, they got to get stuff out because they're putting new stuff in. So they gonna check the price down, or they might say you get this for this. Or, you know, I know belts. When my wife used to work there, she used to get stuff off 50%. You know, sometimes it'd be 70%. And, you know, I used to get a lot of blazers from that. They'd be like, "But you don't spent $200. Nah, I ain't never spent $40 for that." So that's about like the dog. I just went back down to the old school prices, 500, 300, 400, 300, between that price. Either way, but the main thing is I want to be able to get acquainted with the customer that's getting the dog, and I'm always gonna check up on the dog. Just like I said in every video, I'm always checking how the dog doing, man. Is the dog doing? How big has he got? How, you know, what is he doing? You know, I want to know, because that's gonna give me an edge over my next breeding to do so forth, to put me in place. But yeah, and I didn't mind strategizing my little business that I had as far as getting rid of the dogs, because sometimes, man, you hold dogs until a year. You trying to sell it, and then some people they'll stall you out. They know they got the money, but then they'll be like, I ain't want to really pay no. But then they'll go in the same location. They'll go, you know, probably just say 25 minutes down the road, but it's in the same area. Like our area is Iredell County, and then you got Statesville, you got Troutman, you got Mooresville, you got Harmony, you got Stony Point. You know, you got all these, and there's some more other places I didn't name, but you got all these other places. So you might be selling some good dogs. You say ask for 1,000, he might be selling these dogs up here that really ain't papers, but he say, well, I know where they came from because the guy got. So he might go spend $800 just so they acting a little better than mine. But at the end of the day, I'm always gonna want to know where paperwork at. Number one, I always want to know where paperwork. My homeboy always taught me, know where that paperwork at. Don't breed no dog without the paperwork, because now what the DBA gonna do? They if you ain't got them dogs registered after 120 days, they gonna hit you up for every dog. That's $60 per dog. So if you got some dog that's good, so you're gonna be spending a couple $100 that you might not want to give at the time. So that's what he always taught me. That paperwork, girl, I don't care how bad that dog is. I ain't want to breed to him. I don't care how bad he is. But yo, man, and stop. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this throughout the video, cause stop wanting people validation, man. You get up every single day to be your best. And that's why, regardless of what I'm going through right now, like I've been out of work for about 2.5 months. My back started hurting. I was working, driving semi-auto trucks, semi-automatic trucks, and we were doing all right at first, making the money, but a lot of things didn't work out in my favor, so I really haven't been bringing the money. My wife's been holding it down. I salute her. So I'm ready to get a job. So I've been down and out. And then my dogs, they've been going through the flea thing. Everybody go through it because they wasn't there the year before. But I just been going through it. But but nobody can stop you for being who you is every day. Like I say, I don't fail, but I didn't fall all the way. I didn't try to not get back up. And how positive I am, every once in a while I get down too, but I come out about that next day, I get a little bit of rest and not overthink, but just kind of, get in my comfort zone so where I can relax or go fish or do this. I'm back who I was. So you get up every day to be your best, man. And like I said, you got to work on some things that you not familiar with yourself, because a lot of gifts you have right inside of you that you don't even know. And that's just with the dogs, man. You got to get up and believe that you're going to create some good dogs. And once you create them, man, you got to evaluate them and examine these dogs. Once you kill it, it's best for you to keep your litters for letting them go out to the public to see what you don't actually, the percentage wise, what you don't through, the quality, what you don't through. You're going to see it because it's going to come out eventually. And sometimes some dogs, they take longer than other dogs, for it to come out. And sometimes it may not come out. So you got a decision, say, whether if I want to try to get this dog bred, and the rest of them, a couple of them didn't make the cut. But me personally, I look at things differently. They didn't make the cut from far as being good in this area, but what else they can be good too, So that's how I look at it. They can be good as being a great family dog for somebody, and he might just be a better stud dog than the other brothers, and the brothers, and he might produce better than the other brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's acting great, phenomenal. But anyway, we ain't talking about that. But stop wanting that validation from folk to justify who you is and what you try to become in certain things. And it's talking about life in general. Period. Because you wake up to be your best every day. You wake up to be your best, man. And if I ain't got nothing else, I'm going to still try to be my best. I'm going to have my chest out. I'm going to have my head up high. I'm going to continue to be who I am. Because I look in the reflection of me. That's what you're supposed to do. Look in the reflection. You tell yourself, I am this. I am that. And the only reason I'm preaching like this because, people, I'm telling you, bro, they'll trample all over you if you don't got no stand up where you gonna stand up and fight them, or you might have some people talking about you or something like that, or whatnot, or they might be saying some incorrect things about you behind your back or saying and really don't know nothing. They just talking, so you can't worry about that. But so you got to continue to keep moving forward, especially with these dogs. And it ain't always gonna work like that with these dogs, man. You ain't gonna be able to just leap right over here and have some great shit within the 1 and the 2 years. It might take you 5 to 7 years, but it'll be well worth it, because the time you don't put in from that, when you do the margin of time and you writing some stuff down, like, look, especially it's really good to write stuff down, because you can always, when you document stuff, you can always go back and you can do a a grade on how you don't move forward, a grade on how you don't move forward or what you don't gain as far as these dogs and your kennel. That's why it's so good to write stuff down. That's why I got to start back getting on that, just writing stuff down, even about certain particular dogs. My homeboy, he had like a notebook he showed me that he wrote stuff down. He kept on it, kept up on stuff, you know. But yeah, man. But hope I gave y'all a good video. I ain't gonna go too long. I'm not gonna go 30 minutes. But stop wanting people validation. You know, stop wanting it. Stop wanting to say, hey, what you think about this? What you think about that? You don't need it all the time, man. I mean, but now if you got somebody that's in your corner or willing to, you know, like me or something, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it. And then sometimes I might be incorrect too, but I try to be accurate with what I say and precise. I try to be, you know, like I said, every blood out here is good until somebody mess it up or water it down and start mixing it with the wrong stuff. Then now you can see where this blood is starting to, you know, dwindle down or starting to get watered down. Every blood out here don't been good. Every blood don't have they arrow to where they just dominant. You know what I'm saying? But you can take some no-name dogs and make great dogs. Hey, I don't seen it. I don't seen it be done. You know, I definitely don't seen it because I have back in the day. You know, because like I said, I've been around dogs since 80s, man. And I was young, just looking at this dog. I don't see some no-name dog. You get these dogs, a lot of people will breed these dogs backyard. A lot of time they didn't even know what they were breeding. They were just pretty much going through the viewing process of the dog, but they knew they had some game. They know this dog said, I know you won't quit. So you get them for $150. Now they might have got this other dog for, from this other big kennel, you know, they got some champions or some winners down there. This unknown dog, we don't know what he got in him, but wreck that dog they got from the kennel. You like, God damn, you know, excuse my language, but you like, man, come on, bro. You see what this $150 dog did to this? So, you know, like I say, man, it's all up to you what you want to do. It's in your hands, it's in your power. And, you know, and then, you know, like I said, man, I was going to do a video on too, you know, stop trying to chase the big bloodlines, man. And that's a whole nother video too that I can, you know, do. Stop trying to chase all them big bloodlines. Stop trying to chase, I don't spend this money on this, or I don't spend this money on this. Everything all the time don't work all the time just because you don't spend the best money, and sometimes it do. See, there go that 50-50 thing right there. There go that 50-50 thing. You know, I don't hear some stories about a guy, I forgot who told me, but anyway, I try to remember stories because, you know, that's a better way you could be. You know, you can tell what you don't say before you tell the story. But anyway, he spent like $6,000 for the dog. The dog ended up losing. You know, and he mad now because the dog don't lose. I was like, man, that money stuff don't mean nothing, man. Like, I was always raised, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. I always remember that. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. And like I say, my uncle always told me that it ain't where you from, it's where you at. It don't matter. You could be around some goons or whatever. I don't, you know, and then you be who you is. You don't act like you all tough because you trying to come around and, you know, act all that. Just act who you is. A man gonna respect you regardless. Now, I ain't gonna say certain situations in this world right now you might not, you know, get dealt with. I ain't gonna say that, but it's all about where you at the moment. You know, like even when I went to Job Corps, I was number like 21. But down there by myself, just trying to explore life. I wanted to get away from my hometown. And, you know, so I went down there, had a little couple beef with some guys, but I was cool though. I you know, I'm a very likable person. I'm a people's person. I try to get along with everybody. So I got into it with this guy, and the chick that she came in with my group is called, I think it was like called OT or whatever. But every Tuesday they get, you know, a group of people coming. It don't matter if it's 2 or 3, don't matter if it's 7. I think we had a big group in our group. We had like, I think it was like almost 10 or 9 people came in with us. But anyway, fast forward, I was talking to her because, you know, you get acquainted because you got to do this class and stuff before you start actually going to get settled in, your bunks and all that stuff, like, or whatever. So this dude was hollering at this one chick I knew, and we were cool. I ain't even try to holler at her, so he was trying to get mad because I was talking to her. I was like, bro, I don't even, there's so many girls out here, man. I ain't worrying about her. I mean, she was pretty, but We just didn't ever on that type of level. So he trying to mean mug. So I'm like, my man, so that's why I be saying, man, people don't really know just because you don't act a certain way or you don't present yourself a certain way, this tough and rough guy, you ain't got nothing in you. So that's pretty much like a dog too. It's just because a dog don't act a certain way, or be growling or something every time something come up. I think they said Molly B was like that. She was like that, man. A great dog. You could let her go. I think I read an article on there. You could let her go around the kennel. She would walk with her, and she wouldn't do nothing. Them dogs like that. But then when it put her in a pit, she ruthless, killer. Because she knew she had that off and on switch. I think Ferguson Centipede, the dog didn't like to work out. A lot of people won't get chances on them dogs. A lot of dogs that won't work out. Great family dog, but when he got in the pit, oh my goodness, one of the greatest pit dogs ever. So stop allowing people, just because you don't get that validation for people, that don't mean you ain't got nothing good. And just because a dog acting a certain way at the time, he gonna let you, or she gonna let you know what they're gonna do potentially in the amount of time you've been having this dog. You've been raising up for a pup, she gonna let you know. But then, like I say, it just might be, man, that spark might hit her. She ain't act like nothing. You don't put dogs in her face. I'm talking about not something to let her hit it, but you don't put dog, how sometimes another dog like this, and she just like this. She ain't doing no aggression. She just all type. But then you see, when they turn 3 years old, it's just something just clicking them. Bow. Like, God, she wasn't doing this, almost a year and a half ago. Now she all of a sudden, you don't had a yard accident where, maybe something had gotten, and now she just don't got turned on. Something just clicked in her. So, like I say, but anyway, let me get out of here, man. I feel like I can talk forever, but I just want, people to understand you don't have to go, you don't have to go for all these big name dogs, man. You don't have to have a successful kennel. You can go somewhere locally. You can go somewhere and hopefully somebody, I prefer really a private stock anyway, because they evaluate it and they examine their stuff all together. They keep everything in house. They examine it. They know what these dogs gonna do when a certain time. Luckily, I was able to see what these dogs doing by breeding Obsidian. Well, he bred himself on the first breeding. I seen these dogs, cause I said I was gonna keep the whole litter, but I was able to, let's see how many lived out of that, 3, because like I said, my little puppy, he killed everything out of there, left him in there a little too long. That was my fault. I blame myself, but I ain't gonna beat myself up for it, because and that wasn't even a situation where it was inexperience. It was just trying to, deal with some things for the time and the space and what I wanted to do. Cause like I said, it was crazy because I had the brood stock in there, and then I had another dog that I bred Jews with. She only had one puppy live. I had all them in there till they were like 7 months, and they did fine. Usually you put 2 males in there, and I get this next litter come, but they get 3.5, 4 months. Them just, they just. But anyway, it was a lesson, man. It won't happen again, So, and we live and we learn. Like I say, your biggest teacher is the inexperienced part. That's your biggest teacher, and don't worry about losing stuff sometime. I mean, I understand it's hard, boy, when you lose something. You don't spend this money, or you don't got the time, and you see the potential out of the dog, you lose it. Don't worry about that. You just keep your head up and just keep thriving. That's why I try to always procreate, so I can make something right over one breeding. But anyway, let me get out of here, man. But name of the video: stop wanting people validation, man. Get your own validation. Your own validation matter at the end of the day. You can take all this opinion and advice, and if you don't apply sometime the things that you tell yourself every day, if you don't apply it, and when you get that gut feeling if it's right or not. Because if you think about something all the time, just say, like me, I'm thinking about all these thoughts. I haven't did it lately like heavy, but when I was really wanting to really breathe and all this stuff, what if I did this? What if I did that? And if it's on your mind constantly, it's said to be done. So just take that advice. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. This is Friday. Y'all be good. Still trying to work on trying to be great today. And y'all be peaceful, man. And like I said on my last video, man, just get that knowledge out, man. Stop trying to charge a fee for that knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we need young dog man to, grow up and know about the stories or whatever. We needed to know. You know what I'm saying? We need them. Because they the future. So yep. And I know sometimes we can't foresee how things gonna go the next 25 years, but sometimes you can if it's declining, or whatnot. But again, stop wanting people validation, man. You already your own validation. You got your own entitlement. You got. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with taking advice or you maybe asking some questions for a person what they think or whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that, But sometimes, man, you have to go how you feel. Like sometimes I tell my wife, I'm gonna use this. I'm about to get out here. She asked me, say, "How you think I look in this dress?" So I'm looking at her like, "Man, didn't you just look in the mirror? Didn't you just look in the mirror?" So you ought to tell yourself. But she's like, "Well, I want my husband to tell me." I shouldn't have to tell you because you ought to, you looking at you evaluating your own self. You ought to tell yourself, you know if you not don't look good or not. I'm gonna tell myself I look good every day. You feel me? Even if I ain't feeling good, I'm still gonna tell myself that, But anyway, but she just like that. That's who she is. But stop wanting that validation, man. Stop wanting somebody that wanting to justify you and say you got this good stuff. Know you got it. And if you ain't got it, figure out how to get it. But y'all be good. All Will Kennels, other Carolinas at your service. Peace.